moving on, we will proceed to the keynote speech by Dr. Jun Murai, Distinguished Professor at Keio University and founder of WIDE Project. Now, as the father of the Internet in Japan and the Internet Samurai, Dr. Murai established JUNET, Japan's first inter-university network, and the WIDE Project, a Japanese Internet research consortium. And ladies and gentlemen, with great honor, please join me in welcoming Dr. Murai.
Thank you for a great introduction, and the Vice President and the distinguished guests and the ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, first of all, I'm very honored to be here, coming back to Taiwan with kind of long-term friends since probably the day zero of the internet, and I've been involved with many people. So let me share some of the thoughts of mine viewing the existing today's internet and then probably the greater internet space for the kind of coming panel and sharing everything with the audience here. So one of the key issues of the after internet and the before the internet difference was that when we are developing the internet, then we didn't care very much about the national boundary and any kind of a boundary. So because we started as an academic network and a research network, therefore, which is a truly global space. So therefore, probably the internet is one of the first human being asset which is truly global for active, participants on a global community by anybody, any people, any individual. So that was new, which is the bottom side, and the top side is very much kind of common international space. This is the IGF and the UN related meeting. Therefore, the collection of the country and the nation state working together. That's very much international space. So international space and the global space completely merging together today, which is very much background of the why we need to discuss about the internet governance with everybody, right? So which is one of the role of IGF. And so each of the nation states, of course, having a very much of the different culture, different legal background, and then different, police, different, I did that very precisely about each of the currency are different, and then Taiwan and Japanese are almost the only country which is utilizing a vertical writing still. And so that was a very important thing I did for the WCC standard thing. And now, how important the Asia Pacific to work together, that this is one of the key points that I want to share with everybody. Because Asia Pacific as a number, the internet participants is huge. And then, the total population of the world, then we still need the 30% to go for the internet inclusion, right? So the people to access the internet. But we also, in the region, we need to work together. Why we need to work together? One of the reasons is very much a real-time application benefit over the internet. So this is just 100 milliseconds of the RTT round trip time over the internet in the Asia Pacific region, which is different from the Americas and the Europe, and for us to communicate with them. So this kind of a vertical relationship is going to be very important for the real-time communication and the sharing of the data center, electricity, and exchanging of the data. Then we have a lot of room to work together. That is another background. So I said that digital data, internet is now covering the digital data for AI and other things, and also the computers which is also the very important role for Taiwan to produce the sophisticated silicon and the future most advanced technology about the computers, of course, and then it's going to be like a quantum smartphone and other chips, which is Taiwan's role. But of course, this area we have a lot to work, and then the computation, where to locate, and when the quantum computing is coming in, which is very much another important aspect about the thinking about those. So internet now, not simply the connectivity of the communication, but also covering a lot of things like AI and with the digital data, and then the digital data computation and the electricity of the background as well. So how internet being so successful? Because as one of the person who's been involved from the day zero, the standardization has been very important because we have a common platform so that the next step of innovation can be sitting on top of that standard environment, right? So I'm often use video communication, like Netflix and YouTube and Zoom. They are just putting on sitting on the top of the standards. So the standardization is really important for the history of the internet and for the future as well. Therefore, the participants from the Asia-Pacific community to move the standard, to contribute to the standard, future standard is going to be very important. The middle is the autonomously distributed system. That's a nature design of the internet. So one part crashed, but another part is still survived. And then the vice president told us resiliency of the environment, which is why the internet can be supporting that idea because of this, right? So no centralized control. So it's very difficult to stop everything. So that is the cause of the reason of the resiliency. And then the global governance with a multi-stakeholder model, that's very important because it's talking about the data, technology, and the electricity, energy. It's a very much, we shouldn't think about all the silos, separate discussion. We need a, entire discussion. That is a very important thing. So talking about the standard, the ITF is top is North America, Europe, and Asia. So we should work together to increase the participant to the ITF community, which is very much a core protocol decision. So also a World Wide Web standard is really important. This is like a language, and I said the vertical writing, and the ID, security, and the payment and the other infrastructure is built on a W3C standard. So we have very few contribution yet from the region. So this is another point that to encourage the standard. So lastly, this is one of the very interesting work that I said starting from the university to connection, and this is a research and educational network in the region. So every single nation state has a research and educational network, and they're working together, connecting together by the university people, research people to share the academicism wisdom. So this is very important to connect to the very broad channel. We are targeting now 400 gig as a standard, but we are now targeting for the 400 gig connectivity to every single university in the region and every single research center in the region. So to make sure that they can work together. Now Taiwan is sitting in a very good position because of all the cable is now shifting to the east and dropping to the Taiwan, which is very much a good opportunity for coming 5 years, 6 years. So the new cables coming for the 26, 25, 28 is all targeted to land in Taiwan. These are the so this is the last slide of mine. So the data is now becoming very important, but the data can be private. So data can be public data by the controlled by the government, and then the open data. This is also a public data, but that should be open over the internet. So, but we need to work a lot for the secure sharing model, because some of the things to be protected very in a high level of security technology, and then the open data should be accessed by everybody, including the kids. So the secure use of data, of course, resulted on a kind of advanced AI technology and others. So lastly, it's really important to work with the university and the educational entities, because the future is going to be created by the young people. So young people accessing and understanding what the new meaning of digital data, computation, and the internet would be very important, because they would create our future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Murai, for the wonderful sharing. And please, I'd like to invite Dr. Murai to stay with us on the stage for a group photo that we are going to have later. And ladies and gentlemen, to commemorate this special occasion, moving on, I'd like to invite our guest of honor today to join Dr. Murai on the stage for a group photo together. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Ruofan Yu, CEO of TWIGF. Dr. Kenny Huang, Chair of TWIGF. Mr. Guowei Wu, Chair of TWIGF. Mr. Edmund Zhong, Board of Member of ICANN. Ms. Amrita Chaudhry, APRIGF MSG Chair. Deputy Minister Ning Ye of Ministry of Digital Affairs. And Minister Yannan Huang of Ministry of Digital Affairs. And Vice President Mi-King Xiao, the Republic of China, Taiwan. Let's once again give a big hand and welcome our guests of honors to join us on the stage for a memorable moment to be captured. This year, we are delighted indeed that the APRIGF 2024 is held in conjunction with TWIGF 2024. I'm sure that this combination will offer participants both on-site and online richer and more diverse content and opportunities. And please look to the camera in the front with your smile. And moving on, let's to the camera to your right. And then, ladies and gentlemen, please look to the camera to your left. Now, as we look forward to promoting broader discussions on internet issues from local to global levels, we once again thank our distinguished guests to join us today. And once again, thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, now as Vice President Xiao has other official duties, she will have to excuse us and depart now. So once again, let's give a warm round of applause as we bid her farewell. Thank you very much, Vice President Xiao, for joining us today. Thank you very much. Once again, we sincerely thank Vice President Xiao for attending today's opening ceremony, for her support and dedication to internet governance. And for the remaining guests, you may also remain back to your seat. Thank you very much.